Shutdown. If you're shutting down the vehicle, be sure to select neutral. Verify the display is solid N. Again, be sure this is a solid neutral. Then set the parking brake and turn off the key. One note, after the key is turned off, you may hear the transmission make shifting noises for about 20 seconds. This is the normal calibration routine for UltraShift. That's it. That's all you need to know to drive the UltraShift HV. If you still have questions, as we've said, there's a short question and answer segment at the end of this program. We recommend that you watch the Q&A segment and that you read your driver instruction manual before driving the UltraShift HV. Not only will it give you useful tips, but it will walk you step by step through each of the procedures we've discussed here, as well as a number of others, including basic maintenance, troubleshooting, PTO operation, and diagnostics. As always, if you need more information, contact your Road Ranger service network at 1-800-826-4357. That's 1-800-826-HELP. Even though driving the UltraShift is pretty straightforward, we get a lot of questions about special conditions. So let's take them one at a time. Question: what are the best conditions for using manual and low modes? Manual mode should be used whenever you want to select the gear instead of letting UltraShift select it for you. For example, when you're moving around the yard, crossing railroad tracks, and for certain grade conditions. We recommend you use low mode anytime you want to maximize engine braking and minimize the use of the brake pedal. For example, when driving down long grades or when coming to a stop. Question: what should I do if my service light comes on? During power-up, the service light will come on and go off. This is normal operation. But if your service light comes on and stays on, or comes on while driving, it means that UltraShift has detected a fault. You'll want to get to a service facility as soon as possible. We also recommend that you note the driving conditions when the fault occurred in order to help the repair facility diagnose the problem. For instance, was it hot or cold? Wet or dry? Were you traveling on a grade or over flat terrain? You should also note any change in available gears after the fault occurred. If UltraShift detects a fault, in some cases it's possible to reset the system in order to drive to a service center. To give it a try, first select N, neutral. Then shut the vehicle down for at least 2 minutes. This full power down may be enough to get you to a service facility. For more detailed information on diagnosing faults, refer to your driver's instruction manual. Question: how does UltraShift work with cruise control? UltraShift is totally compatible with cruise control. If a shift is required while cruise control is active, UltraShift will temporarily interrupt cruise while the shift is performed, and then automatically re-engage cruise when the shift is complete. Question: what if I shut the truck off or stall while the transmission is in gear? As we explained in the shutdown procedure, it's very important to select neutral before shutting the truck off. If the truck is shut down or stalls in gear, UltraShift may become locked in gear. Then the transmission will attempt to get to neutral during the next power-up if the shifter is in neutral. If neutral is achieved, a solid N appears on the display. But if neutral can't be achieved, a dash will appear on the display and the engine won't start. If a dash appears during power-up and the shifter is in neutral, here's what you do. First, turn the key to off and let the transmission power down for at least 2 minutes. Then depress the brake pedal and release the parking brake. Make sure the shifter is in neutral. Now turn the key to the on position. UltraShift will attempt to shift into neutral once you turn the key on, but you may have to slightly release the brake pedal to help let the torque off the driveline. Once it reaches neutral, a solid N will appear on your gear display and the truck will start. If a dash still appears after this procedure, the transmission cannot confirm neutral and you will need to get the vehicle to a service center. Well, we've covered some of the most frequently asked questions, but if we didn't answer your question, check your driver's manual. Again, it has detailed information on the procedures we've outlined here. As always, if you need more information or support, contact your Road Ranger Service Network at 1-800-826-HELP. That's 1-800-826-4357.